So this is the outside of the bed and breakfast. I don't know if you can see all of it, but it's beautiful, old Victorian. Miss Kitty, the owner, the proprietor, said that this house used to be part of the Underground Railroad and that there was a tunnel. Good morning. There was a tunnel between the house and the Appalachian Trail. And she said that they found that when they first moved in there, their son found the tunnel, and he was halfway to the Appalachian Trail before they discovered the tunnel, and so they quickly covered it up, filled it in. Down here, this is the street that I'll be walking on to get to the trail. Alright, so here I am on Route 174 going east, and this is Boiling Springs. This is their town park. Last night I heard the ducks quacking all night. Way in the background you can see a ridge. I believe that would be part of the Appalachian Trail as the trail comes down here on the left side of the pond. Right now this is the Appalachian Trail Conservancy Mid-Atlantic Region office. That's the trail coming up this way. You can see the white blaze on the tree. This is the little office. And down that way is where I'll be hiking to get back on the trail. Alright, so here I am on Route 174 going east. I just came down that way from Boiling Springs. Along the road, I feel a little weird hiking on the side of a big road. And here is the trail. Just a little entrance right here off the side of the road. So this is the trail. I just met a through hiker southbound. He started off in Maine in June. And so he said he had to take a month off due to an Achilles heel injury, but he plans on getting down to Georgia in November, so I wish him well. And so this is what the trail looks like at the beginning. So here I am. This is very exciting. I can't wait to see what the day brings. I do have looks like I have a heavier backpack than what the other through hiker had. So I think I better take it slow so that I don't get too heavy or too worn out. I can see my first blaze up there on that little skinny tree. And I'll be leaving civilization for a little bit, but I'm not too far away from towns or services, and it seems to me that the trail is not that remote here in Pennsylvania, which is good. So I'll get back to you later. Auf Wiedersehen. Good morning, everyone. I've gone about maybe a mile and a half. Not that far so far, and I thought that it was very interesting that here I am on the trail. It's mostly just hard packed earth, no rocks so far. It's just like people have said, it's a green tunnel. Over here though are fields, so I don't feel like I'm that far away from civilization. Over there's some soybeans, and I think I've seen some corn. Way off in the distance there's a ridge line. Then over on this side there is another field. I do hear road noise, so I know that I'm not that far. So far so good. I am getting winded, probably because I'm going too fast, but having trekking poles makes one feel like they can go a little bit faster. And I thought it was just very interesting to show that it's not that far away from things, at least here in Pennsylvania. Here's just another view of where the trail comes out to the back of a farmer's field. And it just goes plop right back into the woods. And over there, I would imagine would be another way to get to another field. And that is Pennsylvania. Farmland. So the noise that I was hearing is actually farming noise, the farm equipment. Soybeans and corn. All right, I've gone 2 miles. Now this is Route 74, and thought it's interesting just to pop out here to a cornfield and to a major country road. No cars are coming, so I can cross. And it's just right straight across the road. It looks like they've mowed this area a little bit. Here's a little parking spot, trailhead. I've gone, it's 10 o'clock. I've only been on the trail for 1 hour. And I had estimated that I'd go about an average of 2 miles per hour, and that's so far has been correct. I've taken off my long sleeve shirt, and I've taken off my visor to put on my headband because I really don't need a visor on a day like today. It's just overcast. It's a bit on the, just a little bit cool. I would say it's in the low 70s, so it's just perfect weather. A little bit humid, but it's just absolutely perfect. Here's a little bit more of the trail. You just go straight through the field, looks like. I actually thought that the path was going to look like this the entire way, but after reading and seeing videos and pictures, I know that this is the exception and not the rule. Here I am, coming up to Lisburn Road, and I see a little deer off in the distance. The path has just been skirting this this plowed field, this harvested field I should say, and I've come across a little person. I've also come across 2 other people. They looked like they were just out for a little hike, and it was weird because it was the same time I heard some crashing in the brush just to my right. But I've got this little guy that I get to see a little bit better. I can still hear a lot of roads, a lot of trucks and such. So it's just been pretty quiet. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I've been on the trail for 2 hours, and here I am. I'm at Route 641. I just met another guy. He's doing a through hike. So you just cross this field. I better go because I hear some cars coming. So I think I'm averaging, like I said, 2 miles per hour. So here I am, going through another field. Over there, the field, I just came out of those trees, over that small hill, and down that farmer's field, and then along here to the edge to here. And then now I'm going through another farmer's field. It's a blue blaze, but I don't know what that is. That goes, oh, here's a little kiosk. It said that in my map, and the guy that I had talked to earlier said that there was a place called the Smith Farm, but if this is it, I don't think I want to, well, I could stop, but I do need to take a water break, so I'll do that. Well, it's noon on Monday, still going strong. I just crossed over Old Stonehouse Road, and now I'm going just past through this farmer's field. Had to cross over using some steps. Now I came across this old cemetery here on the edge of the woods. Looks like a perfect spot for ghost tales or for Halloween, but it's just sitting here in the middle of the woods with these old stone graves. Some of them look pretty recent, well, redone, but some of them look like they've sunken into the ground. Hi, it is just, it's 12:38 Monday, and I'm coming out of the woods, and I'm coming down to this little road. I'm going down these steps and onto a road. I'm not sure what the road is. Across from me is a field of something, and this blue chain link fence and bridge is going over the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Let's see here. See what mile marker I'm at, if I can find it. I am at mile number 2. I'm going to cross the road and look at it. $2.29, I think. 229.3. So that's where I am. This is where the Appalachian Trail crosses the turnpike. That is east, and that direction is west. Yep, 229, 239. That's where it is. This is where I keep going. So I'll have to keep my eye out for when it goes back into the woods. So I just crossed the Pennsylvania Turnpike down there. Again, I don't know what road the name of this road is. So I go past these people's houses and thought I had missed it, but I didn't. So it was the end of this person's front yard, and here's the trail. Thank goodness for the markers. Okay, so I just walked over the turnpike and walked past a long cornfield, and now I'm going to be crossing some railroad tracks, and it looks like they're pretty active, which is kind of crazy. I'd have to watch for railroad tracks. I have no idea what direction or where they lead to. Maybe they're part of the Amtrak system. I really don't think I want to sit here and wait and find out. So, cool. Alright, so it's a little bit after 1, and I'm approaching Route 11. I've been on this road before, and it's a footbridge over Route 11. So down there are some, it's just like industrial businesses and such in that direction. I think that's east, and that should be west. And this is north. Hi everyone, I just took a little bit of a 20-minute break, so I'm coming up to, I just came out of the woods, and over here I'm passing a big field of cows. They're looking at me like, who's this person? Over there is Route 81. You can see the trucks going along, and above us, I think is very interesting, are the power lines. And you can hear the electricity go through them. I'm hoping that it gets picked up, but it just sounds really kind of like it's gonna explode at any moment. But I'm still going. It's 2 o'clock, and I plan on taking another stop at Scott Farm, and then after that it's another 2 more miles to a Darlington shelter for the night. Hi, it is 2:45. Still hiking. I am now hiking on this wooden platform, kind of like a boardwalk. Now over to my left is a big creek. I don't know the name of it. I'd have to look it up in the map. But over just to my right is the Bernheisel Road, which is the same road that I was on when I crossed 81. So far I've crossed through some farms, lots of cows. Had to climb up over the fences on the stiles, and then landed me back into the woods. My next stop should be the Scott Farm. Hello everyone, I just made it to the Scott Farm. I see a sign for water. I just crossed that big creek. And now I'm going to go take a break and probably use the privy. Well, I've gone about 2 miles since Scott Farm, and it's been pretty much just a walk in the woods, really. A lot of going over a lot of streams, footbridges, roots, rocks. Pretty typical of Pennsylvania. It's like walking through Evansburg State Park. Right now on the map, this should be Pennsylvania Route 944. I don't know anything about this road, but I'm supposed to be going down through a tunnel. Sounds kind of spooky, but I'll see what's on the other side. I'm not up there is a big ridge line. Don't know if I'm going to be going up there. All I know is that in 2 more miles I should be hitting Darlington Shelter, so that would be about an hour from now. Well, it looks like this is the this is that ridge that I saw back at 944 tunnel, thinking, am I going to climb it? And I am. It's harder than it looks like. A lot of switchbacks, and it's a good thing that the trail is well marked, otherwise I could easily get lost. You can kind of tell where the path is, but not really. But up there is a sign that says, if you're staying at Darlington Shelter, get water here. So if you look down here, that looks like my only water source. I still have 2 liters in my backpack, but thinking about tomorrow, I better fill up here now. This will be interesting. So I'm climbing up that big mountain, that big ridge. I'm not sure if I've even made it to the top. If you look up there, it looks like there might be more. I don't know where Darlington Shelter is or how far away. I think I'm pretty close. But you can look down to see it's probably about not quite a 45-degree angle, but it's pretty steep. And it's all foggy. That's not my lens. I think it's going to rain, or it's going to, it might be raining, I'm not sure. But hopefully I'll get to the shelter in a few minutes. Well, I came across that view that they said in the the AWOL trail guide, but that's the view. So I don't see anything. But they do have a really cute bench, stone bench to sit on. But if I sit there, I'm never going to get up. And I think I'm about 1/10 of the way, 1 more tenth of a mile to get to the shelter. Good morning. It is Tuesday at 8 a.m. I survived my first night on the trail. It rained last night a lot, so we should have hopefully some water, the water sources, which I need to fill up on. This morning I had to pack up my wet tent, but that was okay. I just stuffed it all in a bag, and hopefully it'll dry throughout the week. The weather is beautiful this morning. I had 3 other companions at the Darlington Shelter. I got there about 6 o'clock, and this was starting to get dark, and so by 7:30 I was in my tent. But today looks to be gorgeous. I'm on the little trail, the blue trail going back to the AT, and you can look out. You really can't see it, but maybe out there through the trees you can see a ridge, and I think that's where I'm heading today. The people that I'm with, that I was with last night at the shelter, 2 of them are women, and they are heading southbound. And the other man that I was with, he had passed me earlier yesterday, but he's going to Peter's Mountain Shelter, so I won't be seeing him again. And so for now, there's the trail going south, and there's the trail going north. That's the direction I'll be heading today. Well, I've been on the trail now for an hour and a half. I came down the mountains. There's 2 of them. And now I'm in some sort of, like, well, you can see, it's like in the valley. And so this is very much bushy and overgrown. The path is very narrow. Looks like there's some sort of stream next to me, but I can't get to it because of the overgrowth. There was a cistern back there a little ways, but it was just not for me to use to get water. This morning has been quiet. I see a house up there in the distance through a field, and then I see a big mountain up there, and I'm sure I'll be going over. But so far it's been quiet, it's been cool. I am really stinky, but I'm sure that's to be expected. So I'll see what, hopefully I can get water in a little bit. Hi, it's 10:37. I made it up, I think, about 450 feet climb in elevation. And even though it doesn't sound much, it really is. I had to take a break halfway up. So I'm up on this second ridge that I had pointed out earlier. And so far it looks really nice. Very wide, leaf strewn, not a whole lot of rocks, which is a lot to say when it comes to Pennsylvania, because they have a lot of rocks. I didn't get water at that footbridge by that stream. It was just marshy and there was really no water. So I'm hoping that when I get to Cove Mountain Shelter, I'll take a break there and get some water. There's supposed to be a spring about 1/10 of a mile off, so I can at least leave my backpack and go get some water. So far I haven't come across anybody. It's been quiet. All I hear is obviously the crickets, a couple of birds, maybe a squirrel scampering off. But as far as any kind of human noise, every once in a while I'll hear a plane way up in the sky, or a loud car off in the distance, but that's very rare. So it's been mainly quiet. And it looks like the path is going from wide down to narrow. Usually up here on the mountaintops you don't get this kind of underbrush. You just get a lot of the trees and rocks. But I don't think I'm at very high of an elevation. I'm only about, I think, 1,300 feet, according to my guide. It's 12:30, and I made it up that really big mountain, I should say, since I'm at over 1,000 feet. I'm here at this view, and I could go that way, but I don't think I'm going to, because I just want to continue on the trail, and the trail goes that way, if I look at my map correctly, and there's another view. This is supposed to be the pipeline view, and then it's supposed to stay rocky until almost to Duncannon. But I'm going slower, and I did take a break. I haven't found Cove Mountain Shelter. I'm not sure if I hit it yet. I'll keep an eye out for it, but I already got water at another stream, and it takes a while. So that slowed me down a bit with my time. But it's a cool day. The sun is warm, but there's a nice cool breeze up here, so I'm not doing too bad. And I hope to be at Duncannon. Oh, here comes a trail hiker. So this is the view that I can see. There's another view on the other side, but this is what I'm able to see. It's beautiful. Big rocks here. I think I might sit down and have a bite to eat. So it's 1:30 and I'm done with my lunch. I've been on the trail for about another 50 minutes, but I want to show what these rocks are like, because they call Pennsylvania Rocksylvania, and I can see why. These rocks are the size anywhere from a sandwich to the size of a dinner table. They're everywhere. You can't walk over them. You have to walk on them. You can maybe find a little bit of a spot where you can put your feet down for a second or two. But sure enough, the rocks are going to come back. This is since really slowing my progress down. I'm hoping that I get to Duncannon before 5. So I want to have a dinner there. But I just got to keep plugging along. Fortunately, there's no real up and down hills. It's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that going up and down, but nothing too drastic. And it's just a matter of just keep plugging along. Before long, I should come to Cove Mountain Shelter, which I've talked about, but I haven't come to yet. And then pretty soon after that, we'll descend down into Duncannon. Hopefully that won't be too long. Okay, it's 2:45. I found the Cove Mountain Shelter sign, but it's a tenth of a mile down there. I really don't feel like going down there, but I do have this area where I think I'm going to take a break, and not exactly sure, but I think the Appalachian Trail goes that way. I'll have to look to make sure I can see a white blaze. But in the meantime, somewhere through the trees over here, you can see the Susquehanna Valley. I'm sure down there at the bottom is the Susquehanna River, and over here, here's the sign that says Clark's Ferry Shelter, 9.1 miles to the east, Darlington Shelter, 7.2 miles. So I've gone 7.2 miles today, and I got started at 8, so it's almost 3, so it's been almost 6 miles. So I'm hoping that I will get to Duncannon pretty shortly. But for right now, I'm going to take a break. Hi, this is my first snake. Do you see it? Oh my goodness. It's a black snake. Go away, snake. Go, slither away, please. Go. That's a long snake. Oh my goodness. Oh, keep going, Mr. Snake. He's over 3 feet long. Yeah, that's a long snake. Oh. goodness. I cannot believe that. Oh. First snake, and I hope it's my only snake that I see. Oh. Well, I'm almost to Hawk Mountain, or Hawk View, or something like that. And after that, it'll be another 2 miles into Duncannon. Oh, good, the snake's going. So hopefully I'll be there pretty quickly. Okay, I think I've made it to Hawk View. This is a beautiful view over the Susquehanna Valley. I don't see the river, but isn't that beautiful? Pennsylvania landscape. I guess that makes up for the for seeing the snake earlier. I see Duncannon down there, so I'll be heading down that way, I assume. And that's facing west. It's a beautiful view. Hi, it is almost 5:30. I thought I would be in Duncannon by now, but no. Oh no. Coming down off of Hawk View, a lot of rocks. A lot of rocks, a lot of stairs. And just when I thought I would keep going down, no, the AT decides to go up. And so it goes up, and it goes up to here, to all these rocks. And meanwhile, down there, I hear people, I hear cars, I see Route 15 and Route 11, I see the Susquehanna. No. The Appalachian Trail wants to keep you in the woods as long as possible, and this is what it's all about. All of these rocks coming down here. Not the easy way, the hard way. And right now, my knees are spent, and I'm sure I have blisters on my arches and on my toe pads. So it's pretty tough. It is certainly kicking my butt, but yay, I made it down to the road. I'm not sure what road this is, but look, the AT just goes up on a path, up on a telephone pole marker type, just goes right up into the woods of this forlorn, lonely road. So looks like the markers are on the telephone poles, and I'll just make my way to Duncannon and get something to eat.